its quiet song on the rooftop all day long. Tiny rhythms, soft and slow, like a melody I used to know. The window gathers silver drops as the busy city stops. Umbrellas bloom along the street, while the café stays warm and sweet. Rain on the coffeehouse roof, a gentle afternoon proof that sometimes all we really need is a place to rest and breathe. The piano drifts from table 3 like a calm and distant sea. The bass walks slowly through the room, chasing away every trace of gloom. A stranger reads beside the door, lost inside a story shore. The coffee steams, the minutes pass like raindrops sliding down the glass. No one seems to mind the storm. The music keeps the room so warm. Outside the world is rushing by, inside the hours gently fly. The rain grows softer near the end, like a quiet departing friend, leaving behind a peaceful tune and memories of this rainy afternoon. The clouds begin to drift away, making room for light of day. Yet part of me will always stay where the rain and jazz still play. Rain is falling on the street, people passing with hurried feet. Inside this little coffee shop, time feels like it wants to stop. A quiet table by the window, a warm cup resting in my hands. The world outside keeps moving fast, but here everything understands. The piano softly fills the air like a friend who's always there. A gentle melody appears, washing away the noise and fear. Steam rises toward the light, dancing slowly out of sight. The smell of coffee, old and sweet, makes this little moment complete. Nobody asks where I've been, nobody asks where I'll go. The rain keeps writing on the glass, stories only dreamers know. be. The daylight slowly fades away, yet somehow I decide to stay. One more song before I leave, one more memory to keep. The rain grows softer as it ends, the city finds its voice again. But part of me remains behind, at the table by the window. The afternoon is growing gold, the air is calm, the day grows old. A quiet light through window panes, dancing softly with the rain. A latte waits upon the table, warm and simple, sweet and stable. The foam still holds a little heart, like a tiny piece of art. A latte before sunset, one moment I won't forget. The world can wait a little more, outside the coffeehouse door. Like a voice I love to hear, the bass moves slow and smooth and low, like a river's steady flow. The sunlight paints the wooden floor, shadows stretch a little more. People talk in quiet tones, yet nobody feels alone. The city hums beyond the glass, watching another evening pass. But here the hours gently stay, refusing to fade away. The sky turns orange, then turns blue. The lights come on for someone new. The coffee cools, the music plays, holding on to fleeting days. And when the final sunlight slips beyond the rooftops and the streets, a simple thought remains to keep. Some moments are enough. A quiet corner near the wall, the afternoon feels soft and small. A cup of coffee by my side, and nowhere else I need to hide. Outside the clouds drift slowly by, painting stories in the sky. Inside the cafe, time moves slow, like a river's gentle flow. The sound of turning pages appears like footsteps through the years. Every chapter holds a memory, every line a dream appears. The piano plays a simple phrase, wrapping warmth around the day. The bass moves softly underneath like a calm and steady breeze. Some read stories far away, some read thoughts they couldn't say. Every book becomes a door to places never seen before. The rain taps lightly on the glass as another moment passes. The coffee cools, the daylight fades, yet nobody seems in a hurry today. 1,000 worlds inside these pages, 1,000 lives in different stages, and somewhere between every line, a little piece of me I find. The final chapter reaches end, like saying goodbye to an old friend. The book may close, the story stays inside the sound of turning pages. The evening settles soft and low. The city lights begin to glow. A little cafe near the street, where strangers and old friends meet. The coffee cups are almost full. The atmosphere is warm and still. No need for voices loud and strong. The room already has its song. Quiet conversations floating through the air. Tiny pieces of life shared without a care. A couple laughs beside the wall. A student waits for someone's call. An old man reads the evening news while jazz plays softly in the room. The piano moves from note to note, like a letter someone wrote. The bass keeps time with gentle grace, giving every thought its place. Outside, the traffic passes by like clouds beneath a darkening sky. But here the world feels far away, inviting everyone to stay. No grand speeches, no dramatic scenes, only simple everyday dreams. And somehow that is more than enough when the music is this soft. The lights grow dim, the night grows deep. The cafe promises to keep every word and every smile that stayed with us a while. When the final song is through and chairs are empty one by one, the quiet conversations remain. after everyone has gone. An old notebook upon the table, filled with stories, dreams, and names. Coffee stains across the pages like little traces left by days. The afternoon is growing quiet, the crowd has started drifting home. Only jazz and fading sunlight keep me company alone. Coffee stains and memories scattered through the years. Some are faded photographs, some are laughter, some are tears. The piano plays a gentle tune like a letter never sent. The bass walks slowly through the room, carrying where the time all went. I turn another worn-out page and find a moment long ago. A place, a face, a summer evening, things I thought I'd let go. Outside the leaves begin to fall, the season changes once again. But certain songs and certain scents can bring the past right back again. The coffee's gone, the cup is cold, the daylight slowly disappears. Yet every mark upon these pages feels more precious through the years. The cafe lights begin to glow, the city hums beyond the glass, and all that's left upon the table are coffee stains and memories. The morning sun begins to shine through the glass right on time. The city slowly starts to wake as dreams and daylight gently trade. The coffee grinder starts to sing, a simple yet familiar thing. The smell of roasted beans appears and brightens sleepy atmospheres. Fresh coffee at 8, a brand new day awaits. 1,000 little possibilities beyond the cafe gates. The barista smiles and waves hello to faces they already know. A newspaper beside the door tells yesterday's stories no more. The piano plays a gentle tune like morning sunlight in the room. The bass walks softly through the air, adding comfort everywhere. Outside the streets begin to move, inside the cafe finds its groove. A quiet corner, warm and bright, turning morning into light. The world may rush from place to place, but here there's still a slower pace. to stay just long enough to feel complete with fresh coffee at 8. The cafe door swings open wide. A busy afternoon inside. Every table filled with life. Every corner warm and bright. The smell of coffee fills the air. People seem to gather there. Books and laptops, cups and dreams. Nothing quite the way it seems. One last seat available, waiting by the window light. Like it knew that I would come on this ordinary night. A piano softly starts to play, turning noise into a sway. The bass walks gently through the room, like sunlight chasing away gloom. Outside the clouds begin to move. Inside the cafe finds its groove. 1,000 stories passing by like birds across an autumn sky. The chair beside me stays unclaimed. Perhaps that's part of this day's charm. A little space for quiet thoughts, a little shelter from the storm. The coffee cools, the hours drift. Every note becomes a gift. And though the day will fade away, this feeling somehow wants to stay. The lights grow softer as dusk appears, carrying away the rush and fears. And I still smile, remembering the last seat available.
The morning came without a sound. Sunlight slowly touched the ground. No alarms and no delays, just a quiet start to the day. The coffee brewed, the chairs were set, a peaceful scene I won't forget. Outside the world could wait a while. Inside the cafe lived a smile. Nobody rushed today, nobody looked away. The hours drifted soft and slow, like leaves upon a stream below. A woman sat beside the glass, watching little moments pass. A student read a worn old book, taking time to stop and look. The piano spoke in gentle tones, like conversations never known. The bass moved softly through the room. making every corner bloom. The afternoon became a song where every heart could belong. No deadlines hanging in the air, only comfort everywhere. The sun began to sink below, painting gold across the floor, and still nobody seemed to care about the time beyond the door. Some days don't need a grand design, some days are perfect as they are, and this one stayed inside my heart like a quiet shining star. The lights came on as evening grew, the sky turned into deeper blue, and all that anyone could say was nobody rushed today.
The clock above the counter shows it's getting late, the evening slows. The last few guests remain inside while city lights begin to shine. Empty cups and quiet chairs, lingering stories in the air. The barista wipes the wooden bar and hums a tune from somewhere far, until the cafe closes. The music softly stays, holding little moments before they fade away. The rain has finally come to rest, the windows wear their golden dress. Reflections dance across the floor like memories from before. A student packs a worn-out book, an old man takes one final look. A couple leaves with gentle smiles, carrying warmth for miles and miles. The piano plays its final song, a melody both sweet and strong. The bass moves slowly through the room like moonlight cutting through the gloom. No one wants to say goodbye to the small place beneath the sky, where coffee, jazz, and quiet hearts have shared the same few hours. The lights grow dim one by one, another simple day is done. The door will close, but something stays, a feeling that time can't erase. And as the final note drifts free into the calm night air, part of me remains behind until the cafe closes.